Well, tonight we are extremely excited to welcome our first guest. For the second week in a row, we have the privilege of hearing from someone who has the bravery to discuss what going through counseling is like. Crosswinds Counseling client Jamie Patterson is here tonight. Jamie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You have been a client of Crosswinds Counseling. And again, thank you for your bravery of sharing your story. Why did you go see a counselor? Why was therapy necessary for you in your life?
I was going through a rough time. My biological mother passed away, and there was a lot of unanswered questions, trauma that went with it, and I just was not understanding why her death at 59 was happening to me.
Yeah.
So I just kind of felt at that point I needed to reach out and see what I could do for myself.
And what has that experience been like? How long ago did you start? Are you still going to meet your counselor? And what is that experience like for you?
It's very easy to call and get in to start services with them. We had my first session in, I do believe it was July. The situation came up where a biological father appeared after 41 years.
Wow.
So I, at that point, decided I have to reach out. It was an easy process to go through, and you do your intake, and then I went all virtual. I did do 2 sessions in person, and I did the in-person session with writing a letter. My therapist had me write a letter and read it to her. And the second session I went in person was on her 1-year anniversary in December. Wow. And it's a mix. It's a mix of virtual and in person, but it's a good mix.
That mix that can be crafted for you. Tell me more about that. The virtual experience, did it feel just as real, as personal? Was the technology a barrier at all, or did it truly go seamlessly for you?
Absolutely not. There was no barrier to it. It's really getting someplace in your house that's quiet. Sometimes people have dogs and kids.
Right.
So it's getting someplace quiet to actually do your therapy session. I felt that I enjoyed the virtual. I knew at some point I had to go in person, and due to the circumstances of what we were doing.
And as you've worked through it, what has that yielded in your life? How has it helped you process the death of your mother?
It's helped me process the death of a mother and the reunification of a biological father with helping the clients that we work with. I'm a supervisor, so I work with my staff and helping them understand the process of adoption and the feelings that children go through growing up that were in the system that did get adopted and being pulled between a adoption and your biological parents.
And the company you work for is a company called Lifeline Youth and Family Services, which is a sister organization of Crosswinds Counseling. So you have truly seen it from both sides. Tell us a little bit more. You've been with Lifeline for about 5 years. Tell us a little bit more about what that work looks like on a day-to-day basis, working with families in that situation.
I'm dealing with families that are in the exact same situation I was in. I was fortunate enough to get out of that situation and was adopted and succeeded in life. And I want to see our clients succeed because they're going through exactly what I went through. And if I can succeed, I just want to see them succeed and have the life that I was given.
The fact that you have that experience with Lifeline, did it help to debunk or remove the stigma, or did it actually make it a little tougher for you to think, wow, I'm usually on this side and now I kind of need to be on this side?
No, I knew to me, therapy is a good thing. So either being on the side of helping clients or getting help myself, I can't help my clients if I'm not 100% myself. So it was one thing that I knew I had to do.
Yeah. On the Crosswinds side, a lot of folks are reluctant sometimes to jump into therapy, to meet with a counselor. For those people who maybe are afraid of it because of the stigma or some other stumbling block is there, what would you say to them? How would you encourage them to take that step, and why should they then take the leap of faith to see a counselor?
One thing I've learned is you cannot give what you do not possess. And if I was not 100%, I could not pour into the staff I was working with for them to go out and pour into the clients that we're working with. So you have to be 100%, and if that means getting therapy, there's nothing wrong with that. it's okay.
Yeah. I don't know if any of us are ever 100%. Are you closer? Are you getting there today?
I'm closer. I understand the trauma a lot better, and I understand I did what I could, and there's nothing more I could have done to fix the relationship. I was the child, and I had to really step back and learn that.
Yeah. Today in the studio, you have a beautiful reminder
I do.
Of your mother. Would you mind showing it to us? Tell me about,
Ooh. It's heavy.
It is heavy. Tell me about this. What is this?
So in this heart, we had my biological mother cremated, and I sent off some of her ashes, and if you look really closely into the white, these are her ashes.
Wow.
And then I had the back engraved with her name and a heart, with the angel wings and a heart. But you just send this off, the ashes, it was a tablespoon, and they create this whole design. You get to pick, like if you want a heart or a starfish, and the colors you want in it.
Wow.
And they send it back like this.
And to be able to literally have her
Yes.
in your hands right now, to
Yes.
be able to bring her here, bring her to therapy with you,
Yep.
What does that mean to you?
It meant a lot. In one of my sessions, I was asked to write a letter, and I read that letter in session. But then I was asked to look at the heart and read the letter. And it was a whole new whirlwind of emotions having to read it to her.
Yeah.
But it's nice that if I need to take her with me somewhere, I can take her with me somewhere.
That's awesome. Jamie, thank you again. I don't know if the right word is bravery or courage, whatever it is that you have that allows you to share your story. I greatly appreciate it, but I think a lot of people do because it's so relatable and so many people go through this. We talked before we started, everyone's going to die. Everyone's going to have people around them that die, and these are real things that we all cope with and have to deal with, and your willingness to share your story means a lot, so thank you so much.
No, thank you. If my testimony can reach one person out there to reach out for help, that's what I'm here for.
Awesome. Jamie, thanks again.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.